As the war between Israel and Hamas continues, North Texans came out for two separate rallies, one supporting Israel, the other Palestine. Hundreds attended a pro-Israeli rally in Fort Worth, and more than 1,000 people lined the streets in support of Palestine in Dallas. Our crews spread out with reaction from both events. We begin with Matt Houston, who was in Dallas for us tonight.
Good evening. More than 1,000 people are marching in downtown Dallas. They're walking toward U.S. Senator Ted Cruz's DFW office, hoping to make a statement about military aid to Israel, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Stop the killing, stop the hate.
The protesters made a block around Turtle Creek Park, closing Lemond and Oaklawn Avenues for a few minutes at a time. This is the 8th such rally in Dallas since fighting began nearly a month ago. Thousands of Palestinians and Israelis have died. This group favors Israel's exit from Gaza, which they describe as an open-air prison.
This has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with humanity. Do we as a nation accept that 2.3 million people have lived under a blockade for 18 years? Do we accept that unarmed people are being bombed daily? Do we accept that hospitals are being targeted? I don't accept that.
Protesters say the situation in Gaza worsens by the second. They're calling for an immediate ceasefire and the delivery of humanitarian aid to southern Gaza. In Tarrant County, hundreds are marching for the Fort Worth Stands with Israel rally. Our Sydney Persing is there.
Well, Matt, emotions sure ran high here too this afternoon. These folks, though, they told me they very much believe this is about religion. They say Hamas wants to murder Jews and that it has pained them to hear folks here in America say the murder, the rape, the torture of innocent Jewish civilians in Israel is justified. As you mentioned, hundreds of them marched here today in downtown Fort Worth. That happened just before 3 p.m. They had Israeli flags, handmade posters, and flyers featuring kidnapped hostages in hand. That march was followed by an hour-long rally where folks prayed for the hostages and the dead and begged all people, Americans, but especially Texans, to support Israel in its fight against Hamas.
Want to know what Hamas wants to do? Just read their covenant. And they showed it on October 7th in all of its barbarity. And they publicized it and they filmed it. Who does that to another human being? This is a fight against good and evil. And good has to prevail for everyone.
Now, during that rally, you can see here there was a brief but very heated altercation when two women, clearly not in support of Israel, interrupted. There was some sort of scuffle. Folks tried to separate the people involved. Another tense moment here when one of those women yanked a flyer of a hostage out of someone's hand on her way out. Again, obviously very high emotions here in downtown Fort Worth this afternoon. There was a heavy law enforcement presence here today, Fort Worth police officers and also private security on hand. Morgan.